This video covers retest review 6 over writing linear equations. Problem 1, they ask me to take the following information and write the equation of the line. So problem 1 is a line that goes through the point 4, 3 and a slope of -2. So because I'm given a point and a slope, I'm going to plug into point slope equation. So when I plug in, it's y minus my y1 point, which is 3, my slope for m of -2, and x minus my x point of 4. And you can stop there because point slope is an acceptable way to write equations. Problem 2, if it has an undefined slope, undefined is a vux. So the v in vux tells us it's vertical. U is the undefined, so that's where I know the slope is. And then the x tells me my equation. So it's going to be x equals the x from my point, and that is it. The reason being, you could plot this -1, -8. It's undefined, so it's vertical, and it goes through the x-axis at -1, and the -8 is not pertinent to the actual equation. Problem 3, I have an x-intercept of -6, 0, and a y-intercept of 0, 3. I could plug that into stat edit and get my equation, so I will grab a calculator and do that with you. If you need to grab a calculator, pause now. So in stat edit, I'm going to click stat edit and put -6 and 0 in my y's, 0 and 3 in my x's. So I'm making a table, and this is what my calculator looks like. I click stat, scroll right, option 4, and my equation is 1/2 x plus 3, because a is 0.5 and b is 3. So make sure you've refreshed those, stat edit steps. Problem 4 passes through the point -2, 7 with a slope of 0. 0 slope is a Hoy equation, so the Hoy tells me it's horizontal. I have a 0 slope, and I need a y equals, so it's going to be y equals the y from my y point. Problem 5 is another one that I'm going to put in stat edit. So I have -4, -1, 2, 3, 5, and 8 for my x's, -5, 1, 7, 9, 13, and 19 for my y's. So I'm doing stat calc 4 again, and I get 2x plus 3. If you need a refresher on stat edit, please make sure you talk with your teacher or watch the other review video, which will take you directly through those steps. Problem 6, a line that has a slope of -3 and crosses the y-axis at 9. Crossing the y-axis at 9 is going to be my y-intercept. So I'm going to start up at 9. And then I have a slope of -3. So I'm going to go down 3, right 1. Down 3, right 1. Down 3, right 1. So my 0, this crosses the x-axis at a +3. And my slope-intercept equation is going to be my slope times x plus my y-intercept, which was given to me. Problem 7, this time I have a slope of -1/3 and a 0 of 9, so that means an x-intercept of 9, 0. So my slope is going to be up 1 over 3. It's also going to be down 1 left 3 to get that y-axis. So my y-intercept, this crosses the y-axis at 0, -3. And the 0 was given to me of 9. So in slope form, I have my slope times x plus my y-intercept. And then I'm going to put these in a line together because I will get points off if I do not connect the line through all of my grid. Problem 8, this one's given to me in point slope, so I have the point +6, +3, because remember this is y minus y1 mx minus x1. So my y1 is 3 and my x1 is 6 because the signs are the same, so the numbers do not change. So I'm going to plot the point 6, 3, cute, 6, 3. My slope of 3/2 was given to me, so I can go up 3, right 2. I can also go down 3, left 2. Oh, wait. Up 3, right 2, and then down 3, left 2. Down 3, left 2. Down 3, left 2. So my y-intercept, this crosses at 0, -6. My 0 is at 4. And slope-intercept form is 3/2 x, and then my y-intercept of -6. So for this problem, I grabbed the point from point slope, I plotted that point. I used my slope of 3/2 to continue the line, and then came up with my key features and my equation. Problem 9, there are 2 ways to do this. The first way is to solve for your intercepts, your x and y intercepts. So I'm solving for x and for y. And I have 2 points here that I could plug into StatEdit. Alternatively, and remember you only need to know one way, so pick the way you like the best. I can use Don't Call Me After Midnight to solve for y. I don't have anything to distribute, no combining like terms, nothing to move. I do have that 3x that needs to go to the other side. So -4y equals -3x plus 24. And then I do have a -4 to divide by. So y equals 3/4 x minus 6. So no matter which equation you are using, or which way, you are using, you can find this same equation. If you're doing this method to go from your 2 points to your slope-intercept, you would use StatEdit, and it would tell you the equation. So from my equation, no matter which way you got it, your slope is 3/4. Your y-intercept, if you solved by hand, was 0, -6, and your 0 was 8. If you solved by doing this by hand, your b value is your y-intercept, and you would have to graph in order to see the 0. So my y-intercept is down at -6, and then my slope is up 3, right 4, up 3, right 4, which does have a 0 of 8. And then graph my line all the way across. So again, 2 ways to do this problem. We do not care which way you want. Just make sure you pick one way and do it right and do it correct. Do it well. Problem 10, Diego's family recently subscribed to Hulu. The plan his family chose has a one-time fee of $50 and a monthly cost of $13. The amount paid y can be represented by the equation y equals 13x plus 50, where x equals monthly cost. So, answer the following questions. A, how much money has his family paid for 1 year of 12 months? So, I'm looking for when x equals 12. So, I'm going to plug this in. 13 times 12 plus 50. You could also put this in y equals and use the table. When x equals 12, y is 206. Part B, how many months will his family have paid for the subscription if they paid 336? So this time y equals 336. So in y equals in the calculator, I'm going to plug in 13x plus 13x plus 50. I'm going to click second table and look on the y's until the y's equal 336. And that happens at 22 months. So you do have to scroll a little bit. And then part C, if Hulu changed their monthly fee to $10, how would that change the cost? So their monthly fee right now is $13. If it changed, it would be 10x plus 50, so it would be $3 cheaper per month. And be very careful here that $50 is your one-time fee. So we are not talking total cost. We are talking about a per month change. So we're not talking about the overall cost would change. We're talking about it would be $3 cheaper per month.